Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
I'm Rookie Jiro.
And welcome once again to Mindbreakers,
Where we fucking lose our minds over the shittiest or most beautifulest movies we could ever find in a box bin.
Well, today we have a movie
Oh man.
that claims to be that calls itself
Really?
the worst horror movie of all time.
Hey.
No, it says this in the trailer, it says this in a lot of movie posters. It has declared itself to be the worst horror movie of all time.
Really?
With a 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
4.2.
From 1979.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. Microwave Massacre. Fed up with his wife's bad cooking, Donald kills her and turns to cannibalism to satisfy his appetite.
My wife. Get it, fellas?
You know who plays the killer in this?
Who?
Jackie Vernon.
Who?
Jackie Vernon.
Who's he? What was he in?
Have you ever seen Frosty the Snowman?
No. Really? That
Yes.
one? That dude?
Yep. Happy birthday!
No.
Yes.
That one.
Yes!
Not the fucking horror movie one. The kids one?
Yeah, the Rankin Bass one!
Oh my. Okay, I'm down for this now. I want to see what he can do. What happened? Did he fall off? What happened? Like, 1 second he was a Holy Jolly Kids movie guy. Now he's like fucking. Now he's a fucking. Okay, What the hell?
Well, Kurt Russell literally went from Fox and the Hound to Escape from New York in the same year. Actors be actors, dude.
That is true. That is very true. I forgot that he was in the Fox and the Hound. He was a good actor too, there.
Anyway, Microwave Massacre.
Let's go heat up some shit.
Anthem Pictures reluctantly presents what is considered to be the worst horror film of all time. Your skin will crawl. Your stomach will turn.
I have to go restroom.
Your blood will boil. Dining will never be the same.
It's all cordon bleu.
I never tasted anything so unique.
It's delicious.
Dismemberment. Death.
Oh, man.
Distastefulness.
My hemorrhoids.
Microwave Massacre.
This is it, May.
You're a walking contraceptive.
Say, you look so much better in the dark.
I've told you 1,000,000,000 billion trillion times.
You are what they eat.
I know I'm gonna be sick.
Too many bones.
Fucking
4.2, my fucking ass. That's an 8 at least. That's
fucking French kiss of fucking comedy right here. Beautiful.
French kiss of comedy?
Yes. I mean,
Chef's kiss. There we go.
My bad. I would French kiss this movie too, honestly. Some of the bass in this was crazy. But this movie was fucking hilarious. I loved every second of it. I was like, oh man. Oh my god, this movie is such a fucking slap. Like, oh my god. There are so many moments.
It slaps.
It slaps. It just slaps. It's the best. It's like, how do we start from this? Okay.
Well, the guy's,
How does it go again? I forgot actually, because it was just a fucking blur. Oh, it starts with a guy like in a construction site.
Yeah, it's a construction site. They're breaking for lunch.
They're all breaking for lunch. And
This girl with big tits.
And then boom, this American blonde chick. You know, like your run of the mill 70s American blonde chick starts, walking up and strutting her shit, and she knows she's hot. And then,
like, the way this woman looks and acts is, if you could tell me she was a Ralph Bakshi drawing brought to life, and I would believe you.
Straight up. Her face had that look and everything. And
Like, it looks like she just stumbled out of like fucking heavy traffic or something.
like legit, she was a part of like Cool World, that kind of shit. You know, like she walked out of the papers and it's like, okay, bye. So and by the way, let me first.
I mean,
paint one
technically, we don't really look at Cool World as a Ralph Bakshi film.
No, but it is
Because that was a studio, like, he had the idea, and then the studio gutted it and changed every fucking aspect of it.
Oh, don't worry, I understand.
They fucked him over on that one.
It was awful, but I still liked it because of the idea of it.
The original idea was a lot better.
It was a lot better. I know, trust me, it was way better. But I was like, well, this is what I got. But by the way, I want you to paint you guys something. This
You know
is
what the biggest problem
1970s.
Cool World has?
What?
It's in direct comparison to Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
It's supposed to be.
And it's supposed to be
the night. It's supposed to be the night. The red light district version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But anyway,
it's not winning. But yeah,
so as
everyone's having their lunch and perving on this girl.
Yeah, everyone's. I said out loud, I can bet you $50 is gonna get catcalled.
And I said I'm not. Well, I said I'm not taking that bet for two reasons. One, I don't do bets, and two, I have seen this movie before.
Why would you bet? But it was even better and worse at the same time.
Never tell you what the definition of insanity.
Oh, come on, dude. That's so old. Come on.
So it's true.
Leave it alone.
He's the only good villain Far Cry's ever had.
Okay, I get you. I understand. Trust me. But
while this is going on, our boy, Donald, Jackie fucking Vernon, Frosty the Snowman, gets his lunch.
Frosty the Snowman.
And it is a big-ass hamburger bun with some lettuce and a whole-ass crab.
And a king crab, no less.
And when we say king crab, we don't mean like a king crab. This is the king of
legit,
crabs.
It's the size of his face, dude. It's huge. And it's like, we're both like, what the fuck is that? Are you serious? And then he's kind of looks annoyed because it's like, shitty food again.
But he also does look legit confused.
Yeah, that too.
How am I supposed to eat this?
How am I supposed to eat this? This is pretty big and very rock solid. So then, after the whole crew pervs on this one chick for like a good 30 minutes, in movie wise. That's when good old Donald starts going up all to his crew members like, hey guys,
hey, can I trade lunch with y'all?
Can I trade lunch with y'all? My wife really sucks at cooking. He's like, no, thank you, buddy. You can keep that. And then Merrick made a good point though. It's like, why don't you just crack open the fucking crab and enjoy it?
His defense, we will learn his wife has been cooking literally everything in the microwave.
Yes.
I love seafood. I ain't touching a crab that's been cooked. A whole in-shell crab that's been cooked in the microwave? Fuck you.
Yeah, no, you got a point there.
Fuck you. How dare you?
You have a good point there. It doesn't matter how fucking fancy and how big that microwave is, it's still a fucking microwave.
It's also like, you can have a crab sandwich. I've made a crab sandwich. I have to mix the crab with meat. But the important thing to make a crab sandwich is you have to crack the shell and take the meat out of the crab.
That's how you do
make the sandwich.
That's how you do it. You don't fucking stick an entire king crab shelled in there, like it's bullshit. But anyways, so we cut to this freaking
his wife.
This curly haired, nasally, naggy wife. Oh my god.
Do you remember when you were a kid and you had like an aunt or great aunt who you really didn't like, who was kind of annoying?
In your face.
Yeah, it's her. It's basically that woman you're thinking of.
Exactly. She thinks she's a fucking gourmand and high class delicacy, but in reality, she just cooks garbage and she legit recycles food. So. You see her cooking some fucking stuff in the microwave.
By the way, this microwave is ridiculous.
Huge.
This is the size,
it's the size of legit enough.
Like, I would believe this microwave for as a microwave for a restaurant.
Yes.
For a restaurant, or foreshadowing, a specialty someone ordered if they plan to kill people.
Right? It's like, that's the reason why you fucking would get it. 2 reasons only why you would get it.
You're not the Sawyers. Why do you have this?
So, then we got now the fucking husband
And
drives.
and the dog's like, hey, I want food, and I'll get you food because there's a little dog called Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon. He's a cute. She's a cutie, or he's a cutie. I don't know.
He's called Napoleon. I'll assume is a dude.
He's a dude. He's a cutie.
The dog's not a character really in the movie. This dog is a small dog.
It's a small dog. It's just a dog, but it's still cute.
Second best dog in the movie.
Honestly.
Because there's that one golden retriever.
True. Yeah. That's true. So the guy's like kind of like complicit about the food. He's like, "You got anything else?" And the wife's like, "This is a delicacy. You don't understand." He's like, you know what? I'd rather eat what the dog's eating. What are you talking about? The dog has better taste class than you, and you legit see the dog eating canned dog food. And then the husband's like,
but he does first. He does have a vision of murdering her.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
With a wazakashi.
Yes. Okay, so she's just nagging, complaining about her cooking and everything. I was like, no one likes it. And then again, like Merrick said, this dude walks into the kitchen with a wakizashi, ready to cut. And for some reason, it's
Specifically a wazakashi.
It was so weird looking at it. It was so out of place seeing a Japanese mini sword
in the hand of Jackie Vernon.
Right? It was so weird. It was like, it doesn't feel right, but at the same time, it feels right. But he swings at it, and he was just in the living room. But then you just
see him waving a newspaper.
Yeah, in the living room swinging a newspaper.
We find out they haven't had sex since 1962.
Yep, because, let's be real, the wife,
the word shrewish comes to mind.
Hella shrewish. And she's not that, and I bet she doesn't sound that great in the bed.
She's shockingly still into him.
Somehow.
But he's not into her.
And that's kind of a massive, that's kind of a massive opposite day shit there. It's like, wow.
So the next day, he is actually resorted to eating a dog food sandwich.
Yeah.
And the dude's pretty cool because the dog comes up. It's like, "Yo, can I have some?" And he's like, "All right, here you go." And gives the dog a piece of his
straight up. He's like, the dog's like, "Hey man, I'm kind of hungry," and he's like, "Oh hey boy," and he just feeds half of his sandwich to the dog, and they're having a great time together.
The girl comes back.
Yeah, while that happening though. During all that though. She comes back for round 2.
She breaks in this time.
Yeah, this time she breaks in. Yeah, she breaks in. And
one of the she gets interested in this like really buff dude.
Yeah.
Like this like Stallone man.
Super Stallone man, and he even picked up a fucking like.
He just picks up a girder and is like playing with it.
And I'm like, yeah. So this guy is he's Colossus. He's from.
He basically looks like. If you've ever seen the '90s X-Men cartoon, he looks like unmorphed Colossus.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much how he looks like. It was like just like that. He's huge and buff and really fucking ridiculous. So then he's like, "Oh yeah," and one of the construction workers like, "Yeah, I know him. He's a good friend of mine. Here, come on, I'll even show you to him." Like, he already knows.
Then we find out that he is extremely 70s gay.
Very 70s gay. He cares about his skin. He doesn't like it when women touch him because it gives him hives. And he's all shrooby and shabby.
And he talks like this.
He talks like this. Oh, you know how I feel about how they touch me. Oh. And I was like, oh my god.
And so he goes off on this thing. He's Jackie Vernon's driving around. He's eating dog food.
Yeah, legit. His car is full of fast food restaurants and dog food.
He's drinking.
Heavily.
We have a weird scene in a bar where two people are talking about something. I can't remember. They are not important and they do not come back.
So it was something about. It was just bar talk.
Also, there is a house next door to them where this blonde girl. Basically, every porn you've ever seen, every porn scenario you've ever seen, is happening at this house.
It's her. It's this chick. Like, I don't know how to say it, but like, imagine like you live
also shockingly
next to a porn star.
You would assume that at one point he would try to eat her.
Oh my god.
He does not. She does not factor into the plot at all. I love this movie,
dude. The numerous times, like, how much she wanted him, but she was legit doing everybody else in town.
I would give this movie so many props. Like, it would elevate it to a 10 if released around the same time was the porn film that is being filmed with this actress. But that porn also has the scenes where she runs into Jackie Vernon doing this movie.
I think that would be awesome. That is some Daisy Does Dallas level of comedy right there.
Like, kind of like how the Stephen King novels, Dolores Claiborne and Gerald's Game happen around the same eclipse.
Right.
And intersect. So he goes home. He's very late. She's angry at him. He's very drunk. He starts destroying the food. Tries to throw it out the door. So it makes my food go a long way. I can make it go a long way too.
Fucking about to
He fills his mouth with water and dumps it on the food. He destroys the living room.
Goes crazy, legit.
And then he kills her.
And then, yeah, after he was about to chuck the food out the door, she just grabs the plate of garbage food and just dunks it on his head, and then he just snaps. There's a super close-up of him strangling her.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, a good bit after, he went blackout, and then he was like...
It's morning. Hey, where's my breakfast?
Where's my breakfast, man? It's almost time to work.
It's almost time. I'm running late. There's nothing in the cooler.
I caught a lucky break.
Maybe there's something in the refrigerator. Maybe there's something in the microwave. Opens the microwave.
It's hair.
Oh.
It's a
May's
fucking...
in the just deadpan's like,
No.
May's in the microwave.
The funniest thing is...
He closes the door.
It's not like a disarray body of May. No. It's legit. Imagine a photo picture of her dead. Like, you know how, like, there's a dead, like, at a funeral, and there's, like, a picture of the person's face,
Mm-hmm.
like, just smiling there. It's just that. It was a weirdly cut photo of just May standing and smiling, and then he just closes the fucking thing, and he's like, yeah, okay.
Oh, May's in the microwave.
Yeah, nonchalantly.
May's in the microwave?
Yeah, just that.
Ghost!
May's in the microwave. That shit, you know, and then he's just trying to get rid of the body at this point.
So he cuts it up and hides it in the fridge.
Yep. He first threw out all May's cooking garbage out so he can make space for May. As he constantly repeated every time, I have to make space for May. I have to make space for May.
So I guess this is the alternate universe in which Ben and May did not adopt Peter.
Nope. Uncle Ben...
If Peter Parker's parents didn't die, Uncle Ben becomes a cannibal.
He becomes a cannibal and eats Uncle May.
Which symbiote would he get?
He would definitely get
Carnage.
Yeah. Without a fact.
I would love to see just like not as like an ongoing, just like as a one shot or even a miniseries. J. Jonah Jameson as Venom.
That would sound actually
just like a what if or something, a one shot.
That does sound fun.
So, I mean, everyone else fucking got to be Venom at some point now.
Well,
fucking Ghost Rider got to be Venom. That doesn't even make sense.
This motherfucker's on fire.
Well, it's not real fire.
Still
magical fire.
But still though.
True. But he's watching TV. And it's like, hey, it's the perfect crime. And they're swearing and being bleeped. I don't know. It's a 70s joke.
It's 70s bullshit joke about, like,
but
how
like,
badly
there's a perfect
it is.
crime because they stole some caviar, but it's the perfect crime because they ate the evidence. So if you want the perfect crime, you have to eat the evidence. It was like, okay, the TV told me to.
No, not really. So he was not in it. He was like, oh, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, it was just foreshadowing.
It was foreshadowing, though.
But he gets something from the microwave, from the fridge, apparently forgetting he filled it with his dead wife.
No. The thing is, okay, so the
and then he gets a call.
No, wait.
And it's May's like, hey, Donald, come to our special place, Silent Hill.
Oh my god. I remember.
This is Eddie's backstory.
I remember that message. A May called me.
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
Silent Hill. It's quite a place.
I give Donald 20 minutes in Silent Hill before he's trying to eat the monsters.
Oh, he would. He fucking would. Because that's what's called for.
Like Pyramid Head comes in, sees fucking Donald like
with
eating a mannequin. He's like, fuck this.
He drops the great knife and runs, and he's just
fuck this. I'm not kidding.
Just like, I don't know if you could imagine, just like
I'd love.
Family Guy runs away.
I like to imagine sometimes Pyramid Head moving fast like Guts in Berserk.
Wow, really?
Imagine it for a second.
Nothing personal, kids.
Dun 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 dun.
You know, he pulls, like, you know, like he pulls the sword out like quarter way out and puts it back in. That's like that kind of shit. Like,
Yep.
like that kind of shit.
The land.
The fucking, you know that line we're talking about, not that line.
Yeah.
The superhero sword landing.
Yeah.
So
So
he goes to the garage.
He gets something from the garage. He unrolls. He takes a bite.
He goes to the garbage bin actually, and then he's like, you know what? I'll try May's cooking. I miss her, whatever. And then
I never thought, but I guess May had better taste than I thought. Wonder what this is, and it turns out it's her hand. He's like, oh.
That's what I said. It's like, it's her hand. He's gonna be shocked. And then what I even said this. Please take another bite out of it after you realize. Yeah, he did. Cause like, oh May.
So
fuck it.
He brings the biggest goddamn sandwich in the world.
Legit, the longest fucking unnecessary sandwich.
Basically, it's a party sub.
Yeah.
And the part, by the way, a party sub is meant to be for like a group of people.
It's like for like maybe like 3 or 4 guys, especially in the construction site.
He's just eating it, and the guy's like, "Hey, what's that? It's simple. It's easy to make. It tastes good. You want some? So, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey man, this shit's delicious."
And the other guy grabs it like, "Hey man, this is some."
There's a weird ass scene where the white dude is explaining rhythm to the black dude.
Yes.
You gotta feel the music, man.
You gotta feel the groove, man. The motion of the flow. And he's like, I don't get it, man. It's that kind of shit, but it's that beautiful comedy that I love.
Like, I'm not saying that I personally subscribe to the stereotypes. I am saying that this movie from the 70s absolutely would be subscribing to those stereotypes.
It gets it though. Yeah. I love that. I love it for that part. So after he shared the meat and all the guys were all hooked about it, because there used to be a car that gives them sandwiches, but now they're like, you know what, fuck this guy. We're gonna stick with Donald here. So ever since then, Donald's now been So now Donald goes to the bar where he usually tells all of his sad stories.
One of my favorite lines in the movie actually goes to the bartender. It's like, "Hey, you see that there, hanging on the wall? That is a liquor license, not a therapy license."
Yes, that's a good move right there. This movie had some good one-liners.
Though I will say that's also a barman that doesn't get tips or repeat customers.
Or enough work at all for a poor guy. But
maybe he would be less of a dick to the clients.
Yeah, that's true. No, he's a real asshole. But then you see McDonald's like, I like coming here. It's great. I get to like relax and drink. And the guy in the bartender's like, whatever. And then there's this chick across from him, just like.
You may tell this, Rook. I know you are wanting to tell to recount this. You may.
So this chick is doing the most weirdest, like scrunched up, seductive face, and out of the fucking blue, Merrick screams, "The fuck's that supposed to be?"
You have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, I am Ace.
Straight up, he does. I was like, oh my god! And the worst thing is, even I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But it's so perftely awful.
I realized I am at the level of Garth in Wayne's World 2, where he is asked, "You want to get some dinner tonight?" And you want to have some dinner tonight? He says, "I like to have dinner every night."
Exactly. Yeah,
that's me.
That's good old Merrick. Fucking holy shit. But it was so weirdly bad, and the bartender's like, "You had enough to drink, young lady." And he's like, "I can drink one. I can stop whenever I want. Get out of my bar." And then fucking Donald's like, I'm gonna go get that. And then, oh my god, another thing that Merrick made a good one. Where she was trying to seduce one of the drunks coming out of the bar, and she just does this weird jerking motion, like bending her back. Where she like breaks her back and she just tries to stick out her ass. And then it was the weirdest fucking scene ever, though. It was funny. And then Merrick's like, roll for seduction.
1.
Fuck.
No fuck.
It's like,
no
shit,
fuck happened.
It was bad. And then Donald runs out. He's like, I think it's pretty mean what the bartender man did. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I think so. And I think you're very pretty and all that stuff.
So he takes her home.
Yep.
And doesn't realize he's picking up a prostitute.
Yeah, straight up.
He's like, oh, I know all these things. I'd like to see some Yugoslavian tricks.
Like she did not.
And she's like, you know what? Fuck it. I give up.
I give up. I was legit telling you all these code words for sluts and for whores and sluts. Like, you know, get with the times.
Like,
this is the 70s.
It's kind of like, it's almost like the Has-Been Hotel fucking pilot. It's like, I've been making sex jokes at you for the past half an hour, and you're just not picking up.
You're just not picking up at all. You're an idiot. And then that's when he actually that's when it clicks for him. He's like, oh, you want some action? And then he just grabs and starts banging her in the couch. And then out of the blue, I didn't even notice because I was laughing at the whole horrible sex scene. And then I noticed he put a fucking crab pillar in her face and starts fucking suffocating her. And then boom, she's dead.
Yep.
And then the worst line too when he brings it to the kitchen, he's like, "Oh, I'm so hungry.
I could eat a whore."
And he just fucking.
I love the moments where he will just dead ass look at the camera.
Oh my god, those moments were golden. It's like, you see this shit? Are you seeing this shit? 'Cause you would too. You would too. But this was the 70s though, so yeah, we wouldn't.
We weren't even around.
We weren't even around that time. My dad wasn't even around that time.
Well, my parents were around, but they were like young.
Very young.
Like,
my mom and dad were that
my
time.
stepdad was around.
Actually, 70s. Yeah, my mom and dad were probably they're probably in high school or elementary or end of elementary.
Well, it was late 70s, almost the 80s.
So yeah, maybe like elementary. No, high school. Sorry, somewhere around there. But anyways, so then you start seeing this dude just picking up. Well, he's having a normal life, enjoying himself.
Yeah, and occasionally eating a prostitute.
Yeah, what? He's eating a bitch or two. It's kind of weird.
Weird scene where he's spreading mayonnaise on a naked lady.
God, and he actually makes a giant ass sandwich. It's so weird, and he's having like these weird buddy times with his coworkers. Oh my god, the one scene where he goes to a fucking drive-through. He's like, "Open your blouse, stick out your tongue,
let down your hair, hike up your skirt, and a Coke." And she does it all.
She does it, and I'm just like, I love this shit. This is comedy. This is slapstick comedy gold. I love it. I miss this shit. And fucking. So then we kind of go through a little bit of a.
May's sister shows up.
Yes, that one.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to trick her by putting May's head in bed." And it's like, "Oh, it's May's." And
yeah.
But the sister finds out.
Yeah.
And
because the sister is so noisy and nosy and shit.
So Donald rams a bread roll in her mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Ties her up and just. Pardon?
A long one, mind you that.
And just ties her up and puts her in the closet. And she stays there till the end of the film.
I fucking love that.
Tied up with the bread getting progressively moldier.
It's the funniest shit ever. I was legit praying to God.
I don't know how it's in there, because I would have thought that at some point you just eat or you just bite through it. It's bread.
I mean, that is true. I mean, it is bread, for fuck's sakes.
Unless it's the toughest fucking bread in the world, but even then, you'd think for fucking survival's sake, unless he broke her jaw. I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, this is a weird movie.
It is. He goes to the to a shrink to explain, because he's at the point where he's like, I'm having sex with women and then I'm eating them. I think there might be something wrong with me.
Right now, he's legit having a conscience.
But he's talking about it. Unfortunately, the psychologist falls asleep during the boring part.
He's like an 80-year-old man, and he's sleeping. Yeah, like.
But he falls asleep during the boring parts and misses the career-defining part.
Yeah.
Of I fuck women, then I eat them.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's perfectly normal. He misunderstands as he wants to go down on women.
Like he's eating them out.
He misunderstands and
it's so bad because it's like, and I even said, this is American therapy, modern day, and then and now.
Then he goes to a German doctor, And I gotta say,
Wonderful.
I have to say, mad respect not having him be at all a Nazi.
No, it was great. It was great.
He's just German.
He's just a German. He's just a German doctor says.
Also, he has great aim.
Beautiful,
because he was gonna throw a needle, but he threw a needle and hit direct bullseye.
Yeah, direct bullseye, and then he was going to go for another one
But
until Donald came through the door.
Donald was getting his pacemaker checked. Apparently, this is establishing he has a pacemaker to set up the end of the movie.
Yeah,
it's a stat like he's in the best health of his life.
He's
just doing great.
Awesome. Like eating human meat was the best thing he could ever have done to himself. But the thing is,
he picks up another. They're going to like a concert, a wrestling match that night.
Yeah.
So he goes to get the food ready, and he's preparing a Chinese woman.
Yeah, because he picked up a Chinese chick, and then they made like a fish joke, which is like, so much bones, too many bones, and I'm like, wow.
And then they arrive in very 70s suits, including the hat and the frilly shirt.
Yes.
And they find him like he has a heart attack, and they find him on the ground.
Yep, dead, like that.
And then they're like, maybe there's something. Then they look in the microwave, and it's full of arms
and legs and shit.
And so they're like, "Oh God, we've been eating people."
Oh God, I'm gonna be sick. Said one of the other friends, and he just runs out. And then the other guy's like, "Oh my God." Okay, but let me first do one last. Let me do this. Okay, so the neighbor, mind you, the slutty neighbor in the next door. So the entire time he was killing sluts and whores, okay, and eating them. The bitch next door was non-stop, just going out of town.
As I said, every single porno plot set up.
Every time he comes home, she has two dudes. He's coming back home, he's banging the freaking the electrician, and the best part, she's gardening, and she's the dumbest gardener ever we noticed. So
he's using a vibrator as a trowel.
Yes. And I even said to Merrick, because this bitch is legit just screaming at Donald, fucking eat me. Legitimately. Legitimately.
So he's
finally dead, though.
He's finally dead. The house is being set up to be sold, and there's some wiring gone wrong here. There's some wiring gone wrong here. This would have fucked up anyone with a pacemaker.
Anybody.
They also find the sister still in the closet.
Oh my! I was praying to God that they would just grab the clothes and put it on top of her, and then they just close the door.
But it's this would have killed anyone who has a pacemaker. Then we zoom down to May's head, still here, and then her eyes flash orange.
And then it's the end of the movie.
So either there are two reads on this. One is that somehow May's mostly eaten corpse fucked with the thing, which I don't like that idea. The other one is that May got the microwave specifically to kill Donald.
Which does sound...
That's the read I have.
Does sound more reasonable, honestly, if you think about it. Because shit, that lady with her cooking was total fucking trash. But honestly,
I also don't understand why you insist on cooking everything in the microwave when it's shown that you own 4 fucking ovens.
Oh my God, that scene, holy shit! One for fucking stuffing, one for souffle,
pate, souffle, filet, flambe.
Yeah, all that, all those different types.
You don't cook a flambe in the oven, you dumbass.
Yep, it's the worst shit you could ever do. But
honestly, well, no, I mean. Just because flambe means you set it on fire. You do not want fire in your oven.
This movie's awesome.
Especially if it's a gas oven. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's true. Gas ovens are fucking interesting.
Anyway, that was Microwave Massacre. It was amazing.
Guys, if you ever want some real good old slapstick humor,
it's on Tubi. It is free. Watch it now. It's amazing.
Before they take it out. It's felt good. I'm so glad we saw this one. Out of all the shitty 70s movies I saw...
he does beat his wife to death with a pepper grinder.
No, I say it's a salt shaker.
But it's not. But you can say it's a salt shaker.
Because there was one scene...
He throws some over his shoulder.
Yeah. So he throws it over the left shoulder and he's like, yes, he did it.
But that was This movie's amazing. I love it. I love this.
Give it a shot.
Hey.
Enjoy yourselves and have a good time, alright, fellas?
So I've been Eric Demetta.
I'm Ruki Ujiro.
And we'll see you in the next one, which is coming out on a holiday.
Oh, dang.
See you then.
Get your couples.